This is how to stream from your PC to multiple platforms, including TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. I'll show you a paid method using Streamlabs which uses less CPU and less upload speed, and I'll also show you a free method using OBS which uses more upload and more CPU. You can use the timestamps in the description to find the section you want, and as ever, join my Discord in the description if you need any help, and you can also get one-on-one help in this Help from Harry channel. So let's start with the Streamlabs method, and this method only uses one client to stream, and it also only uses about 6 meg of your upload speed. So compared to the free method I'm going to show you later on, it's going to use about half your upload speed and about half of the CPU you need. This is the method which I personally use to stream to 5 platforms at once. So we'll start this method by visiting the Streamlabs Prime website, and I'll put my link in the description which will also get you a discount. Multi-streaming is just one benefit of Streamlabs Prime, so feel free to read through the other benefits on this page. Once you're happy, click Join Prime. You'll be prompted to log in if you're not logged in already. Just pick the account that you stream from the most, and for me that was YouTube. And now we're on the payment page, and if you've clicked on my affiliate link, and it's not too late to click on it now, you'll be given a $9 discount if you buy the monthly plan, and if you buy the annual plan, you'll get a $10 discount. Once you're paid for Prime, we're going to head into the Streamlabs dashboard. I'll link that in the description. And before we download Streamlabs, we're going to link all our accounts. So I'm going to click on Settings in the bottom left corner here, and once this loads, I'm just going to go on to Account Settings, and I've already got all my accounts linked. But once you're on this page, just link any accounts that you want to stream from. This page is also important because if Streamlabs ever gives you errors in the future saying you can't stream to a certain platform, best thing to do is just unmerge and then merge again. I've had a few issues with Trovo, for example. I've just unmerged it and remerged it and it works. Now that we've got all our accounts linked, we just have to download Streamlabs by pressing the download button in the top left corner. I'll also put a link in the description for that. Once you've downloaded and installed Streamlabs, feel free to skip any setup, and you should get a screen looking like this. So before we go live, let's just set up the basics. Let's add our screen, let's add a camera, and let's make sure the microphone's added. So firstly, if you don't have a scene added yet, press the plus button, add a scene. I've already got some scenes added. Now let's add our sources, starting with showing our screen. So I'm going to press the plus button, and I'm now going to click on display capture down here, which is going to show my monitor. Obviously I've already added some in the past, but you're going to press add new source. You're going to name the monitor you want. You can pick it off a drop down list if you have multiple monitors, and that will add your monitor in. So let me obviously add a monitor that I've already got. So here's my gameplay or whatever I'm streaming now. Let's add the camera next. I'll press the plus button, and it's a video capture device. Add source. Same for you, add new source down here, name it whatever you want, pick the correct camera. For me, again, I've already got some cameras here, so let me just add my keyboard cam because I'm using the other cam for this video. So here's my keyboard cam here, so we'll resize it and we'll use the Alt key to remove bits of the camera that we don't want, something like that. Next I'm going to add in my audio and my mic, so I'll press the plus button again, click on audio output capture. Once again, you press add source down here, add anything you need to add. For me, it's the one I've named game audio here, so I'm going to add that one in. And then of course, I need to add in my microphone, so I'm pressing the plus button again, audio input capture. Same process for you, add new source, but mine's the Quadcast, so I'm adding it here. You can see down here this green bar is now moving because I've now added my Quadcast. Final thing we'll do, which most people add, is the alerts. So I'm going to press the plus button again, click on alert box, and just add source. I've already got it, of course. Again, if you need to add a new source, tick the box down there and add source. Now the alerts are fully customizable for every single platform that you're on other than TikTok. If you want to change them, just double click on the alert box, and as you can see here, you can click onto every single alert and change it how you want. So for example, if I didn't want Facebook likes to show, I would just untick the Facebook like box. Of course, everyone has their own preferences, so you just play around until they're right for you. One last thing I always recommend on your microphone, click the settings cog, click filters, edit filters, and make sure you have the noise suppression filter enabled. That just removes any background noise from fans or anything else. Of course, before we click this go live button, let's go over the key settings that you need. So I'm going to press the settings cog in the bottom left corner here. If you click on stream here, you can just check that everything's linked properly. But the most important one here is output. Now I'm using the advanced mode here, and you're welcome to copy these settings, but most of you are probably just using the simple mode here. So let's click onto that. And the most important thing we're going to do is set our bitrate to 6000, and that's simply because Twitch doesn't support any bitrate above 6000. If you're not using Twitch, then consider raising it. No point going above 10,000. Most PCs are also better off using the hardware new encoder. So I'm going to switch it over to that. And I think a 160 audio bitrate is fine. The other most important setting to check is your video settings. If you can handle 60 FPS, I would stream on 60 FPS. It's not a big deal if you can only use 30 FPS, and once again, feel free to just copy the settings off the screen. Play around with the other settings if you want, but let's move on to going live. So now Streamlabs Prime is ready to go live on any platform that you want. So we're going to hit the go live button down here, see what it says. And it takes a few seconds to load for me. Once it's loaded, you will have a page like this, but I'm going to recommend you go to the bottom and click on Show Advanced Settings, because there's a few things you might want to change in these advanced settings, especially with YouTube. If you've chosen not to stream on YouTube, you can just leave it on this. If you're not streaming on YouTube, I would only use the advanced settings if you want to set a different title on different platforms. So let's go back on the advanced settings and look at what you might want to change. And like I say, the most important one is YouTube. Usually most people want to have similar YouTube settings on every single stream, and we don't quite have all the different YouTube live settings here. So what we want to do is reuse the settings from a previous YouTube live stream, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So what we're actually going to do is close out of the go live settings for now, and we're going to switch over to the YouTube live streaming studio. I'm going to press schedule stream in the top right corner, and this is going to let me copy any of the settings from my previous streams. So let me just copy my most recent stream, for example. I'm just going to pick it off the list, click on reuse settings. I'll go through and make sure everything is okay here. I'll obviously turn my monetization on if you have it. These are the settings that were missing from the Streamlabs Prime page, and it's why I'm setting up the YouTube stream here. But again, this is saved from a previous stream, so I can just press next, press done, and in a few seconds my stream is now scheduled on YouTube. Make sure in the settings on YouTube here you've enabled auto start and auto stop, and then we can simply just close this and come back to our Streamlabs Prime here. Click on go live again in the bottom right corner. Make sure the advanced settings are once again turned on. And now I'm going to click into the YouTube settings and click on event here. And now you can see it has the YouTube event which I've just created. So now that I've clicked onto that, it's going to give me the correct description, it's going to give me the correct title and thumbnail, and it's going to remember all the settings from my previous YouTube live streams. So now we've set up YouTube, we just have to go through everything else, set it up the way we want. So Facebook looks fine for me here, Trovo looks fine, Twitch looks fine. Now if we go back to TikTok, I'm going to assume you have a stream key here. If you don't have a stream key, you can check out some of the other videos on my channel for information about stream keys. But there's two things you can do here on TikTok. The important thing to note when using Streamlabs Prime is that it's going to put all your chats in this box on the right, but it's not going to put your TikTok. So now you've got two options. Firstly, use your phone to start your TikTok PC stream, and that way your chat is going to be on your phone. Or alternatively, use the TikTok websites, but that means you'll have two different chats open on your PC. Even if you've got TikTok chat open on your phone, the easiest way to get your stream key over to Streamlabs Prime is to open up the TikTok website and click on go live on the left. And now we're just going to copy and paste over the URL and the stream key into the boxes like I'm doing right now. Final optional method here, you can tweet that you've gone live, and you can put anything you want in this box. And I don't actually want to go live right now, but you just press confirm and go live. Once you're live, you're going to have your chat from everywhere except TikTok here. The view count up here will be everything except TikTok. Same with the notifications here. You won't get any TikTok notifications, but you'll get notifications from all the other platforms that you're streaming on. So when you want to end your stream, this go live button here will actually say end live instead. And the only other thing you have to do is end the stream on your TikTok website or on your TikTok app as well. So that concludes the Streamlabs Prime section. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to support me. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers to join the YouTube Partner Program. If you need help, join the Discord. It's linked in the description. And if you want one-on-one help, or you just want me to set this up for you, just join the Help from Harry channel in the Discord. So this is the free method using OBS. This method works best for streaming to two platforms. As I said earlier, this method is going to use more CPU and it's going to use more upload speed. So before you start this method, run a speed test on your internet. You can get away with anything above 10 meg, but 15 meg and above is preferable. So for this method, we're going to be using two versions of OBS to stream to TikTok and Twitch. But you can use this method to stream to any platform, and you can add more platforms at the expense of more CPU usage and more upload speed. So we'll just start by downloading OBS, and you download it from the website, and I'll put the link in the description. You can skip any setup dialog, and you'll be left on this page. Although we will be using two versions of OBS, we will only be using one version while we set this up. If you open two versions of OBS while we're setting this up, you will lose some of your settings. So until this is fully set up, we're only going to have one OBS open. So you're probably already thinking, how can you set up OBS for two platforms if we've only got one of them open? So for that, we're going to use profiles and scene collection at the top. So to put it simply, the profile is going to save all your settings like your screen dimensions and your stream key, and the scene collection is going to save your scenes, things like webcam, gameplay, alert, whatever else you have. Let's start this by setting up the profiles. I'm going to click on profile at the top, click on new, and we'll name this first one Twitch. I'm going to untick the auto configuration wizard and press OK. Now it looks like nothing might have happened, but if I click on my profiles here, I know I've got a lot of them, but now my Twitch profile is added here. And just do the same again for TikTok. I'm not going to do that obviously because I've already got a lot of different TikTok profiles here. Now we'll do exactly the same thing for scenes. Click on scene collection and add yourself a new Twitch scene and a new TikTok scene. They'll all just be blank like this for now, but we'll get to that in a bit. So now let's go back to the profile, make sure we're on the Twitch profile. And this right here is the reason why we're setting profiles. Click on settings in the bottom right corner, and this is where you can add things like your stream key and change other settings like the video dimensions. So let's go over the important ones that you want. Firstly, obviously the stream key. You can use either of these methods. You can connect your account or you can use the stream key. Personally, I'm just going to use the stream key. So I'll press use stream key, click on get stream key, and it's actually going to take me straight to my stream key dashboard on Twitch. So I'll just press copy here, go back into OBS and paste it into here. And as simple as that for the stream key, I can move on to the next setting. So let's do that right now by clicking on output. This is a horrendous video bitrate, which OBS suggests to start with. So let's change this to 6000 because that's the maximum bitrate unless you're a Twitch partner. I would make sure the encoder is staying on the hardware NVENC one, and you can leave the bitrate on 160. The default audio settings should be fine. So let's move on to the video settings here, where I'm going to change the output scaled resolution to 1920 by 1080. If your PC can handle it, and most PCs can these days, set your FPS to 60. And I'm also going to raise the downscale filter to 36 samples. If you ever find your PC coming under strain, try lowering this and lowering the FPS. So those are the basic settings you need for Twitch. Feel free to play around with the other settings. I'm just going to press apply and OK for now. And now we're going to do the same for our TikTok. So I'm going to click on profile. You've probably only got one TikTok scene. I've got quite a lot of them. So I'm just going to click on this vertical one. Now, as you can see for me, it's already set for vertical. You don't have to stream vertical on TikTok. So this is where you decide whether you want to stream in vertical mode or landscape mode to TikTok. Either way, let's now click on settings again. If I click on stream here, you can see the Twitch key isn't there and the service is set to custom. And this is what the profile tab up here does. It gives you unique settings depending on the profile that you're on. So we're actually not going to touch the stream key settings until we're ready to stream. We'll click onto output, and this is where you can set your bitrate again. Now, unfortunately, TikTok has no documentation about bitrates, so I've set mine to 8000, which should give me good quality. But depending on your upload speed, I would set it anywhere from 4000 to 10,000. Once again, set the encoder to hardware, and you can leave the bitrate the same. Now we're going to switch over to the video settings here, and this is obviously where you change it from landscape to portrait mode. So I've already done it, but I'll do it again. Into the base canvas resolution box, we type 1080x1920, and we just manually type that. Then we change the output scaled resolution to exactly the same. And same for Twitch. We're going to make sure the FPS is on 60 and the downscale filter is on 36 samples. And again, those are the main settings that you need. For TikTok, I'll press apply and OK. And now if I click on profile here, I can switch from Twitch to TikTok. And as you can see, different screen dimensions. And when we click on settings, different settings as well. So now we've got the settings sorted. We need to add the scenes. So let me click on profile, switch back to Twitch, go on my scene collection and make sure on the Twitch scene collection as well. And let's just add the basics. Of course, you can add whatever you want. I'm going to press this plus button next to sources here, click on display capture, and I'm going to add my main monitor. So I'll click monitor and I'll find the one that I want, which should be this one, press OK. And now we've got my monitor added. Now I just need to add in my camera, my audio, and my microphone. So let's press the plus again. I'm going to add a video capture device. Just call this webcam. Press OK. Find it from the list. So it's found it straight away. Press OK. And as you can see, webcam's now been added. If you want to remove parts of the webcam that you don't want, just hold Alt, drag it around like this, for example. And then of course you can just move it around and place it wherever you want and resize it as you wish. Now let's quickly add in our audio. So I'll press the plus button again, click on audio output and audio input capture. So audio input is going to capture my mic. I'll just name this mic. Pick my quadcast from the list, press OK. And same for audio output capture. Just name this, I'm just going to name this one audio output. And pick the relevant thing from the list, which for me is game capture here. As you can see down here, I now have 3 things in my audio mixer. If it's got something you don't want, for example, I don't want my webcam audio, I'm just going to right click the webcam, press hide. And one final thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add a noise filter. So I'm going to right click the mic, press filters, press this plus button down here, add noise suppression, press OK, press close. And all that's going to do is remove background noise from my fan or anything similar. So now let's quickly do the same for TikTok, but there is a key difference here. So make sure you keep watching. So I'm just going to click on profile again at the top, click back onto my TikTok profile, and then click back onto my TikTok scenes. So let's add our sources back in, except the webcam for now. So I'll start with a display capture, press OK, find the display that I want, add it back in. And of course, because we're on TikTok in vertical mode here, you have to move it around, you have to resize it. A lot of people just show the middle of their screen on TikTok, so I'm going to do that the same. Show the middle of my screen, and the goal is to put the webcam at the top. So we've added the display capture, we'll add the audio input and the audio output. So this one's the mic, same as on the Twitch settings. We'll go on the audio output as well, and we'll find the game settings. As with Twitch, I'm going to add the filter to my microphone again. I'll press the plus button, add noise suppression, and press close. And as I mentioned earlier, here's where it's different. You can only use your webcam with one program. If you've got a second webcam, go ahead and use that. But for the rest of us, we're going to use the OBS virtual cam. And to set that up, I'm just going to add another video capture device. I'm going to name this one virtual cam, press OK. And instead of using my camera here, I'm going to click on OBS virtual camera, and we'll be left with this OBS logo with the blue background. And this will eventually turn into our camera. So let's just hide the virtual cam down here. And it's finally time to open 2 versions of OBS. And it's pretty simple to do that. You just right click OBS at the bottom, click on OBS Studio, press launch anyway. And now we have 2 versions of OBS open. So let's put them side by side so that we can compare them right now. And let's make sure the one where the camera is actually showing is set to Twitch. So I'll set the profile to Twitch, and the scene is already on Twitch. So now we're going to start the virtual camera on the Twitch side, and we're doing this because you can't use the same webcam on multiple programs. If I full screen my TikTok profile again, as you can see, it's now showing the whole of my Twitch OBS. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to increase the size a bit, then hold the Alt key to resize it to only show my webcam, and I'm going to keep increasing the size so I can get it more precise. And there's my webcam again. So now we've got the webcam on TikTok using the virtual cam. And let's go back to the side-by-side comparison. As you can see, my webcam is now in 2 places with no delay. Now a quick word of warning here. What the virtual camera is doing is capturing anything in this area where my webcam is. So if I move it down, for example, you can see on the right that I've suddenly gone out of the shot. So what you want to do is just make sure you're not moving your webcam around in your OBS scene. The most basic thing you can do is just press the lock button next to the webcam, so that you can't click on it and move it around anymore. So now we've got both versions of OBS fully set up. All we have to do now is go live on both TikTok and Twitch. Now, if you recall, if we go in our Twitch settings, we've already got our Twitch stream key here. So I could just press start streaming to go live on Twitch straight away. Obviously, I want to go live at the same time. So I'm going to firstly get my TikTok stream key from the TikTok website. And of course, you can alternatively get it from the TikTok app if you want your TikTok chat on your phone. So we're making the assumption here that you already have access to a TikTok live stream key. If you don't have access, check out some of the other videos on my channel. But if you do, just press go live on the TikTok website. Fill the settings out however you want. Press go live, and here's my URL and my stream key. So now I just have to copy those over to OBS. So we'll start with the URL. We'll go on my TikTok version of OBS. I'll press settings, and then I'll just input the stream key and the server URL that you can see TikTok's given me here. So that's it. We're now ready to go live on TikTok and Twitch. I just press both start streaming buttons on each OBS. And for me, this will now be using 14 meg of my upload speed. The Twitch one's using 6 and the TikTok will be using 8. Like I said earlier, play around with the settings and lower them if you need to. When you're done streaming, this start button will say stop instead. Don't forget to stop the stream on TikTok and stop the virtual camera as well. And you can see once the virtual cam stops, it just turns into a blue box here. Final key thing to note here, if you make any changes to your scenes while you've got 2 versions of OBS open, it's only going to remember the settings of the last one that you close. So right now, if I close TikTok here and then close Twitch here, it's only going to remember any of the settings that I might have changed in the Twitch scenes. If you found this useful, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get 1,000 followers to join the YouTube Partner Program. If you need any help, join my Discord. It's linked in the description. If you need one-on-one help, or if you just want me to set this up for you, join the Help from Harry channel in my Discord. And thanks for watching.